Hey guys, so I went to Sheridan College yesterday. I actually had to get some things done and kind of find out about the refund and stuff. Because of the strike, for those of you who do not know, there was a college strike in Ontario, like all Toronto and Mississauga to Toronto to Oakville, I believe. I'm not sure, like, where all the colleges are, but anyways, all the colleges, 24 of them, went on a strike. All the teachers went on strike because they didn't like their pay. So they tried to negotiate. It didn't really happen. So the government forced them to actually go back to school. There was no like reasoning. Even though they did not take the last deal, they are not forced to take the last deal. They're just forced to go back to school. So what happened is I actually withdrew from my program just because I don't know what I want to do. Personally, I don't feel that the program is for me, so I withdrew from Sheridan, and now I don't have school, but I purchased some stuff because actually our ID card is called a one card, and we're allowed to buy things with it, and we load money on it. We had $30 left, but according to the guy who was running the one card place at the time, he said, don't bother to actually get the money back because it costs you $15. There's a surcharge which is $15, and they take away $15 from whatever you're withdrawing for, and then what will be left is just $15, which isn't that much money. So in the end, we just went to the cafeteria and we went to the bookstore. I know their bookstore has some cheap stuff. Not cheap stuff, I mean as in their products tend to be cheaper than if I were to go to Curry's and stuff, but I did not find an outlining marker there because I'm very picky on it, so I do want to get that from Curry's instead of from here because they don't have the special Japanese one that I wanted. So yeah, so I'll show you what I got. It's only 3 things anyways. So the first thing that I got is this Prismacolor sharpener. I don't really have a good sharpener for my pencil crayons. To be honest, I only use, the only good sharpeners that I find are the sharpeners that are outside of their cases, not like inside these types of cases. So I'm really hoping this one is way better because it is made for Prismacolor and my pencil crayons are Prismacolor pencil crayons. So I'm hoping that this is better, just because if I go outside, I don't want to. Who wants to carry around a sharpener and then you have to walk to the trash can to actually sharpen? Also, I could possibly lose those sharpeners, which is not good, so I'd rather keep those ones at home, but those ones are the only good ones I have. Any other pencil sharpeners that I have had in the past that have a tube or a container ended up being really bad quality because I would sharpen and it would break, and then I would have to keep sharpening, and by the time I'm done, my pencil crayon has lost a lot of itself already because it becomes smaller. So yeah, so definitely this one is worth it. This one was $6.79. I'm not really familiar with different brands, but I do know Prismacolor tends to be, like, people see it as a cheaper brand, but when you go to like an art store like Curry's, you really see how expensive it gets. Like, it's really expensive. Like, my pack of pencil crayons, I got it for cheap at Walmart, and I had it for a long time, but people actually don't use Prismacolor for some reason. According to one of my classmates in high school, she was asking me about the brand, and she was saying her friends told her not to use that because it's not as good quality. I find it to be like kind of pricey. Like, if you go to Curry's and or if you go to Walmart now, the pack costs like $40 now. It does not cost less than that. I don't know how much I paid for it before, but I remember I paid for it way cheaper. So I don't know what happened. Maybe the price inflated or something, and Walmart wanted to make it higher price, but anyways, yeah. So that's that. I used to use Crayola pencil crayons, but now I use Prismacolor. So, I thought, for that much pencil crayons, like, if you could get a full set, it would be nicer, because Crayola, you can't really get, like, an extremely full set. Like, when I go to and look at the Prismacolors and the different brands, the more expensive ones and Prismacolor tend to have, like, it's all laid out in proper order, and they have, like, shades close to each other, so that way when you're shading, you don't have to worry too much about, like, which color you need to use to shade, because they're right next to each other. I kind of use that technique to shade because I don't really know how to shade that well, so yeah. The next two things that I got are the same things. These are actually pencil crayon holders. These can hold 36 markers, pencils, pens, brushes, or drawing supplies. I did buy a white one before, but I find that the material on that one is it's like a canvasy material, kind of, but it's a bit weak, and it looks a bit frayed on the inside, so I find that one is not really that good. So I feel like that one would turn to strings instantly after a while. These were each $7.29. Not a bad price, I would say. I'm not really familiar with pricings of these. Sorry for the loud sound. I need to open it. Trying to open this with one hand is very hard. Okay, got it. So here it is. It basically so what it is you put it in and you fold it over, so you roll it on top of itself and it will become like that. I'm sure you can adjust the buttons because there's an extra button thing, but I don't know how to take out the button and do that, so I might have to ask my dad if I want to do that or not. Also, I don't want to hurt myself because I don't know how to use it. Okay, so what happens is the white one had extra, like, I think the white one was folded over and they put the seaming lines, like, they put the seams like this, but then it was folded over, so there was an extra flap of where it was, and then you could just see it, and it didn't really look nice. So that design wasn't that well. I wish they made the same material but just white color, because this one is better. I think this can be for, like, your sharpener, this big loop. It's hard to see because it's black, but they have a lot of this. I bought two because I don't think I only have 36 pencil crayons. But the reason why I bought it is because my pencil crayon case is actually the original packaging that I bought it from. So I've always kept it in there because it kept everything in order and I didn't have to worry about which color goes beside each other and stuff like that. I have had a few mishaps actually where I would place my pencil crayons in one way, like in a bag, and then they would all just fall on each other, and then even though it's, like, supposed to be pretty tight for a pencil, for a case, and then it would just, like, fall over each other, and then I would have to realign them in according to the order that they were in the packaging. So the packaging wasn't really working for me. Also, I find that it's breaking now, and the plastic, I feel like one day I might cut myself with it because the top corners are breaking off, and it is a plastic packaging that I have kept it in for since I got it, because I don't want to put it in a pencil case, like a regular pencil case, and be like, which one is corresponds with which one, and then I'll be taking my long time trying to figure out when I'm coloring. So I don't want to do that, because also it's hard to remember which colors are next to each other directly. So I'd rather not do that. So I thought this would be good because they would all be in order, nothing would slide around, and everything would be fine. And then I wouldn't be like, which color goes next to that, and it would make it convenient. I bought two, and this one will be for because I have 2 rows on in my packaging. One of them is more darker, the back part is more darker, and and the front part is like lighter colors. So I might just order it like that on here. I'm just, hopefully it like works, but I'm probably gonna do light color, dark color in one, just because it's easier to figure out. So yeah, and plus when I go outside, I feel like I end up being like, I don't want to bring out my pencil crayons because they may get ruined. I don't know. And the packaging is so big, it's overwhelming to always carry, and then you always have to carry it in like a backpack because it's really big compared to like this. So it's like regular packaging and it's huge, and I don't really like to carry my backpack all the time. So this could be good if like I'm carrying a smaller bag as well and I just need them, and they'll be there. And also they fit a tiny, I might not put a tiny pencil sharpener in. I might just bring this outside. Also, the reason why I kind of was in a rush to get this is because we're going on a winter retreat with our church. I know there won't be that much time to draw, but if I want to go and do something during the nighttime, because we usually go off and do our own things in the nighttime, we end up hanging out with each other and stuff. I might just end up drawing because that's my favorite thing to do, and I feel like I'm not really sociable when it comes to like everything. So yeah, so I prefer to draw and do this. So yeah, I think these will work out pretty good. They're each $7.29. Actually, I have a whole bunch of art supplies now that I don't know what to do with, because actually they were for school, but I don't think I bring them back, because the refund, I think, is for the entire tuition, which also includes the cost of those items. So we actually paid for the art kit that they gave to us, technically speaking. So in technical terms, I'm just stuck with a bunch of art supplies that are half used because I used part of them already. So I'll probably use those for different things. So yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was pretty long. I was just talking about my art stuff and stuff like that. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like, please like, and if you want, you can subscribe. If you're new to my channel, you can definitely look at my other hauls, or if you want to look at art related stuff, I have my drawing videos, so that's up there if you're curious and you want to see. So you just have to go to my drawing playlist to see that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.